Next, basic file type or category. Please look at here, few theoretical parts are there. So in Unix, the files are divided into 3 categories. What are the 3 categories? One, we have ordinary file. In examination also may they ask you explain Unix files category. So first category we have, that is called as ordinary file. Second one is directory file, and third one you have device file. These are the 3 different types of files we have on the Unix system. Only these 3 types of files are available. The first one, ordinary file. The name itself you can understand. What is the ordinary file? Whatever you use normal text, right? Whatever you are saving text file, those all are ordinary file. And directory file, whatever you create the directory. Device file, like when you want to connect with the printer, those device, right? So for that different file will be there. So first about ordinary file, that is also called as regular file. It is most common type of file that will contains only data as a stream of data, right. So only character, some information you are writing in that, right. So those are considered as a ordinary or regular file. An ordinary file contain itself, if the ordinary file itself contain, it can be divided into 2 different categories. So what are the 2 different category for the ordinary file? Those are like, one is text file, right, normal file, one you will be having text file, one will be having binary file. What is the text file? What is the text file? Whatever you are writing your program, right, C code, that is what? It is a text file only, right, whatever the code you write. So, it contain only printable characters. I am talking about printable characters like source code of any program like C, C++, Java, Perl, Shell, script, etc. And all text file, all the text file where you are writing your biodata, right, those all are printable format. So those are considered as a text file. What will be the binary file? Binary file will contain both printable and non-printable characters. Hope you have seen that, right, ASCII value. Have you opened object obj file? When you run the C++ program or Java code, it will create .obj file. Have you seen that? No, just executed program, my duty is done, over. Or .class file, have you opened .class file? Yes, how it will be the information? Everything is readable? Yes. In .class file, when create a program and compile it, after compilation what will happen? Class file will be generated. Have you opened that class file? How information will be there in the class file? Only text file or any special character will be there? Have not special characters there? Only class file. .obj file? No. Open .obj object file. Okay. So whenever you run the program, it create the object file, open that, in that non-printable format, some symbols will be there, we cannot read it, right. So those are the binary files. So those all will be considered as a binary file, and the object, that is what I mentioned, the object code, the executable files, right, this all will be having binary format, binary code only, ASCII value only to print, right. So that we cannot read, right, it is only machine can read. Next about device file, sorry, directory file. Directory file contains no data. Directory means what? It is a kind of folder, right. Folder will not contain, it will contain again some folder, some text file. But any directory contains no data, but it keeps some information about the files and subdirectory which it contains. If you keep any subfolder, you keep any text file, you keep any binary file, that will contains the information about that. Unix file system is organized with a number of directories and subdirectories. Any folder, any Windows also, if you see that, you have multiple directories and subdirectories. Then a directory file contains entry for every files and directories. each entry having two components. What is that? One is file name, and this file name will be having unique identification number. Every file or directory will be having some unique identification number, and that is nothing inode number. If you remember, while executing the ls option with -i, it gave the files and directory with some numbers, right. So, every files and directory will be having some number, which is the uniquely identification purpose on Unix. Now, what is device file? Device file is nothing, it is like your printing files, you are installing a software using CD-ROM, right. Now, no CD-ROMs are there, but whatever you download, you want to connect with the printer, maybe you require additional software to install, right. So, those are the device files, like you want to take a backup of file from your system to your any disk, right, pen drive or whatever device, right. This all will be performed reading and writing, then it is represent as a device file, right. So, when you connect even your projector, right, what is that? Device file only, this is device, right. You want to connect with the projector, connect with the printer, right, this all will be considered as a device file. For example, when you are printing a file, right. So, what happened? What will happen usually? We are printing that, that means what? It is a writing, right? It is writing on the paper, right? So, device you are sending the information to write the information on the paper from system to printer, right? That is the example for your device file.